It's the 21st of May at 2:40 and I've decided to spend this afternoon, another afternoon, animating because I really want to contribute more to this project and try and see if I can get it over and done with as soon as possible. Not that I'm actually not enjoying it, I am enjoying the animation process, but I feel as though the animation process has lasted for a bit too long already. Plus also this behind the scenes film, which is now just over 4 hours long. Because it's an in-depth film into the making of this film and everything that goes with it. So this afternoon I'm actually going to focus on the very next scene, which is slightly shorter than the previous one that I did 2 days ago now. And I've already got set up there. Homer is ready to walk along the pavement there in front of Moe's Tavern, and then he will notice a donut truck that's about to pass Moe's Tavern. And then when he notices the donut truck, he's going to be intrigued, and then donuts, which I've got over here. I've actually got all the pieces over here already, see? So all I need to do is stick those on here at the right moments. And obviously his arm has already been stuck on with a very small piece of blue tack. So I'm going to do that right now and see how I get on. I'm going to make a start on it first though, and then I'm going to show you about halfway through the actual sequence how I've got on. So I'm going to do that now. It's 3:40 now, and so far I've taken about 96 still images, and I've got to around half of the scene done, in which Homer will walk along the pavement, notice the donut truck, he'll be intrigued by that and very tempted by the donuts, and then as the donut truck passes Moe's Tavern, he'll then follow it and then exit the shot, and he will go off screen. And so far I've actually got a Homer's position there, but I'm just about to remove this Homer Simpson and then add in the intrigued Homer, which is actually here. There we go. So obviously I'll remove the arm very carefully because I don't want to tear it. You're going to be very careful, because if I tear the arm I'm going to simply have to redesign it, which I don't really want to do that. So I'll very carefully remove the arm from this Homer and stick it on here, and then I'll continue with this piece of animation. But before I actually get back to the animation bit at the moment and continue with it, just want to continue where I got up to so far, because I'm just about to export all these files now, still images, so then I'll start from scratch and then continue off this particular scene. So I've got enough frames, because you can only take 112 photographs at a time with this software, but it doesn't matter. If you know what you're doing, it works out fine in the end. So I'm going to play you these 96 images back right now. So just look on here and you'll see the bit so far of Homer walking past Moe's and stopping. Here we are. So he's just casually walking past Moe's Tavern there, and then this is the bit when he'll be intrigued, and then you'll be wondering why he's intrigued, and then that's when the donut truck will pass. So I'm going to do that now. It's 4:10 now, and I'm currently working on the scene where the donut truck passes Homer. And as you can see here, Homer Simpson is already intrigued, and I'm just bringing in the donut truck. So I'm going to continue with this right now. Again, the onion skin is turned on, this useful feature in this software. As you can see, again, I've had to use this a lot so far, so I'll just bring the donut truck in ever so slightly and shoot the frame, and I can show you just a little bit of the action here from the other view, but I can actually see the view from the top of the Nintendo 3DS screen as usual. And every single time I'll gradually push this vehicle in like that. Then Homer's going to be tempted in a minute when the vehicle passes through enough. I've stuck a little tiny piece of blue tack to Homer to make him stay in place so that he doesn't move around while I'm trying to push the donut truck through. So that will do. Just move it in again. Ever so slightly again. A lot of patience, a lot of concentration as well also is needed for this project, but I'm doing a fantastic job so far, as you could probably tell by watching this behind the scenes film that I'm currently making. It's a very slow and very long-winded process, so you just have to put up with it and carry on working on this project, and then if I keep this up I'll finish it hopefully in no time, a lot sooner than expected anyway. So I'm going to carry on right now with pushing that through and taking a picture each time, and as you can see I can play a little bit for you now, a little sneak preview. There's the beginning of the donut truck, absolutely brilliant. This is going to be a fantastic animation when complete. It's coming up for about 4:30 now, and as you can see from the top screen of my Nintendo DS and from the view here that I'm working on, it's getting a bit crowded in this work area, as we've got like two things going on at the same time. We've got the donut truck passing Homer, with Homer saying his famous phrase, donuts, because he's tempted there by the donut truck. And if you look closely there's Homer, very small there, because he's in the background. But I managed to just turn him round, so he's still intrigued at the moment. But I have to try and animate all of this, and it's a bit tricky. It's all tricky really when you think about it. But if I just push that again slightly in, oh dear, there's so much animating to do, it's unreal. Hopefully by watching this behind the scenes video back, you know the reality of how slow and long-winded this really is, but you know, you have to keep up with it and see how you get on. I can look at it via the onion skin feature, so that I'm happy with. So we can shoot frame again by this button here, and I'll play it back so far for you to see. 52 photos now. It's pretty good. It's a bit complicated. I mean, it's one thing animating, but then I've got the speech bubble to move slightly, and the donut truck, and I've got to make sure Homer stays in place in the background right there. But I am doing a brilliant job, as always. I really am believing in myself with this project, and with fantastic results. So I'm going to continue with this right now and see how much more animating I can get in today. It's 5:20 now, and I've finally finished this sequence where Homer's tempted by the passing donut truck. And I've just finished it, and Homer has just left the scene, and he's actually getting a donut now in the animation. But now I've actually fully animated it, and I'm very pleased with this, by the way. I think I've done an absolute fantastic job of this, as you will see right now when I press play on here, and you'll get the very sneak preview of this one scene. So last time we had Homer just smiling, just casually walking along the pavement, and then stopped until he got to about the first window on the left there of Moe's Tavern. And now he's going to look intrigued, and that's where it continues. So here is the scene that I've just animated. Oh yeah, and just before I show you, this takes up 112 still images. So yeah, it's absolutely incredible, but not enough as incredible as this is. How much concentration I've been putting into this. Here we go, I'll play now. This is 112 still photographs, and as you can see, it's absolutely fantastic. There's not really much more to say about it really, other than I've done a brilliant job of it. I'm very pleased with this, and I cannot believe that I've actually animated this so well. It's came out really well, I think. I'll show you it one more time. But one thing I'm a little worried about though, because I really don't want to lose this particular scene that I've just animated, because knowing me, I'm going to have an accident with this 3DS like I did last time when I was animating. The 3DS fell down and actually lost that little bit of the animation. But luckily I managed to reanimate it, which was quite frustrating. But anyway, you saw that previously in this film last time. Now I'm actually going to quickly save this, because I don't feel as though it's worth to keep it on here for much longer. So I'm going to export these as still images right now, and then at least they'll be 100% safe. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I want to protect my animation. I don't want to have to keep redoing it all the time. But I'm very pleased with this though. Another fantastic day's or afternoon's work this really has been. It's 5:30 now, and as you can see, my Nintendo 3DS is currently exporting these files onto my SD card so I don't lose them. So I think now it's safe to say I haven't yet lost these really. So hopefully I'll continue again at some point and do the very next scene of my animation. And the next one, oh, it's the next scene. And I'm not going to put the paper on my 3DS this time, because the 3DS fell down last time. I'm not going to have that. If the power turns off, I will lose it. So next time on the animation project, in the animation process. So already we've had Homer walking off in the direction of the donut truck, and now he's getting a donut. While he's off buying a nice donut, Bart Simpson is going to appear in the very next scene. And he's going to appear on his skateboard, and he's going to have a banana skin. And then while he skates past Bose, he's going to just throw the banana skin, and it's going to land on the pavement. And that's obviously going to be a trip hazard for poor Homer. He's going to return and he's going to lose his donut. So poor Homer. But anyway, that's what I'm going to see if I can focus on next time. And as you can see, this is really handy. This comes in really useful, this list of story ideas, but it's complete. And all I need to do every single time I complete stages, I just highlight them with my yellow highlighter pen. So that's fantastic really. So I'll get on with my animation process hopefully within the next few days or so, and then I'll continue with this fantastic piece of work. It really will be brilliant when it's going to be 100% finished, and I can't wait to see it when it's complete.